Just cram a bunch of balls in front of the back. Can't tell if we're live or not. My wife's sitting here with me. Is anybody even in here? It says one person. Whoever left your phone on, you're the one person. Now we're doing this on accident. You don't even know you're in here. So my wife is logging into her phone so she can read your comments. I know this is a makeshift world show, and I know we're like 2 minutes early, and I know it's vertical, but I'm on the road. We're heading to Vegas. We just came over through Tehachapi. You know, there's a thing called the Tehachapi Loop. It has to do with trains. And you have to be like a special certified conductor to take a train through the Tehachapi Loop. I guess there's like 3 guys in the country that are certified to do that. I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm not a big train guy, but that's the rumor. A lot of trains on the side of the road too. And when I mean on the side of the road, there's a lot of boxes that have fallen down the hill when you go through Tehachapi. If you know where to look, right outside the tunnel. It's almost like when the trains roll over to the side, they get into a wreck, they just leave them. They didn't even go back and pick them up. I don't even know how you get a crane in there anyway. You'd have to Army helicopter those things out, or drive in there a bulldozer and pull them out. But they all stacked down at the bottom of that ravine. Just went through Mojave Airplane Graveyard, not as big as the one in Arizona, but it still counts. Now we're heading across 58, heading towards Barstow. Got to get the 15 and head up north through Barstow. I think everybody's got a Barstow story. I don't know anybody that's done any traveling that doesn't have a Barstow story. Trippy Pineapple got a Barstow story. I saw Sammy Joe for the first time in Barstow in a parking lot. I'm not the first guy to run into Sammy Joe in a parking lot either, just so you know. I love Sammy, but just saying, she's not unfamiliar with parking lots. That's all I'm trying to get across there. I got to call Sammy Joe today too. All right, honey, are you in there? Is anything going on? Is there anybody? Are we on? Are we live?
Yes, we are.
I am live. All right. Well, I'm not
Hold
talking
on,
to myself.
Saying hi to everybody. They're all coming in.
Gen X Mama saying hi to everybody. So she's on the other phone over there. She's sitting next to me. You guys would laugh. I'll make her take a picture of it before we disconnected. But the way couldn't find something to hold the phone. So in a GMC truck right behind the video screen, there's like a little tray. It's about 2 inches deep. So we stuck the phone in there, and she wadded up balls of tape and put them behind it and in front of it to wedge it in this position. Yeah, it's a high quality stuff you got going on around here. This is the pinnacle of the achievement of mankind, when gaffer's tape wadded up in a ball can hold your phone in the correct position so you can adequately perform a world show. But we don't have pictures, we don't have topics. I will tell you guys something funny. We mentioned this on the Bottom of the Glass Nation show last night, is that Dante, who you guys know, if you guys you guys saw the interviews that Gen X Talks does, we got a bunch of them now. One of the guys we interviewed was Dante the comic. I can't even say his last name, I'd butcher it. Turned out to be a hell of a guy, just a wonderful guy, great comedian. He was in the last comic stand, didn't win, but he came in close. And he now manages a bunch of people. One of them is Kato Kalin. So the other day, like 3 or 4 days ago, I talked to Dante and said, hey, let's get Kato up on the program. Let's talk about OJ. Let's talk about stuff. He goes, yeah, no problem. We'll get Kato to get up to the studio. And then 2 days later, OJ died, and I got a message from Dante going, dude, there's 100 people that want Kato now that OJ died. And so the time slot that I was supposed to get Kato Kalin went to Jesse Waters on Fox. So Jesse, if you pay attention to the program, Jesse Waters, you owe me one, buddy. You owe me an interview, at least for a few minutes, because you stole my guy, man. Not cool, Jesse. I love you, but not cool, buddy. So yeah, that's a true story. They kite my dubage, man, right out from under me. All right, love, what's going on in the comment section?
Nothing, everybody's just saying hi.
Everybody just saying hello?
Yeah.
Everybody just getting on with their day? I gotta say,
waiting for some pearls of wisdom.
Pearls of wisdom. I gotta say, it's a beautiful day. A little hazy way out in the distance, but I'm trucking along.
Lots of new people.
I was doing 95.
Lots of new people.
Slowing
Because you're
down.
vertical.
Because I'm vertical? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys, the new people, that put the vertical, when we do a vertical stream, it puts it in your thread, so you guys get to see what's going on in your shorts. Yeah, your YouTube shorts, it shows up there. So there'll probably be a bunch of new names. Most of you remember us, or you're familiar with the kid in his ambush videos. The ambush videos suck ass. He's a Gen Z. His daughters, or my daughters, his sisters, and brothers are millennials, and they're just a bunch of dumb shits. And Gen X doesn't put up with that. But I do like this interaction. I like when I can talk to you guys. I don't mind that part at all. I'm a radio head from way back when, so the ambush videos are fucking dumb. Cheap way to get views, but to me in the comment section, it's kind of like a virtual bar. We can hang out. I can't drink right now because I'm driving. See, no hands on the wheel, clever. But the ambush videos blow ass. They suck. In fact, we should have gone live on the other channel because there's no short videos over there. But we didn't, and here we are. So it's question and answer time. If you guys got stuff you want to say something.
Scott wants to know, says, good morning. I hope y'all have a nice time and safe travels day. I must have missed where you were going this weekend.
Las Vegas. We have 3 appointments we have to go do, and a 7-year-old's t-ball game. I'm not sure which is most important, but I know which one is on my wife's list of must get done, and it has nothing to do with the meetings. But we have 3 meetings we're going to, and then a t-ball game. So we're going to get there and have a couple dinners and relax. The kid's not with us. I got my youngest daughter and youngest son are home watching the animals. I don't know, my wife did. See, what was having a fit this morning with us leaving was those fucking rabbits. They were sprinting. All the rabbits were sprinting around that cage chasing each other as we were leaving, almost like they knew they could get into shit because we weren't going to be there to stop them.
Yeah. Tractor Boy said the short the other day with your daughter wanting a hug was beautiful.
Yeah, that's who said that? Tractor
Boys, yeah.
Tractor Boy or Tractor Voice?
Boys.
Tractor Boys. He said he liked that video with my daughter where she wanted the hug. She always wants hugs from me. That is the biggest reassurance in her life. So yes, I don't mind that she was filling in for my idiot son with the ambush videos. I guess that's okay. It's her style and she can edit those together, but whenever she wants a hug, I never tell her no. Even in film, it's fine. But that's the thing with my daughters. They're very, very touchy-feely when it comes to needing some reassurance in life. Yes.
Noelle says, ZEO-free afternoon for the General and Gen X mom. It's been all week.
Yeah, he's been the kid, CEO Briggs, the Gen Z kid, who you guys know from the ambush videos. He's been at Camp Keep. Can you believe it? He was a counselor. Yeah. His influence was influencing 6th graders. So he got a week where he could say, this is how life is, man. This is how you behave, man. This is what you do. And I'm not sure how good that was for those 12 or 18 kids, but he did it. He was out there. He's on his way home this afternoon, but that's where he's been for a week. As soon as he's coming in, we're leaving. He's coming home right now, and we're out of here. We're going to Vegas for 2 or 3 days. It's kind of funny. I asked my wife, I said, we're doing Friday to Sunday, and she goes, yeah, unless we want to stay till Monday. I go, I don't want to stay till Monday. She Tuesday. I said, what? Don't we have stuff we're doing? And she's like, well, yeah, but once that's over, then we don't have to rush home. I go, but I want to go home. I like going away. I like seeing some stuff, but I like home too. I'm a little bit of a homebody these days, except for yesterday when I decided to take off and see the poppies and ended up at Willow Springs Raceway, which I can't believe how many people didn't know where Willow Springs Raceway was. That blew my mind. I figured everybody, even people across the country, should know Willow Springs. Been there since the mid-50s.
So is there anything going on in the world today?
I don't know. I didn't look. What is going on? I mean, you always got Ukraine and you got Israel and you got...
Because this is a world show.
It is a world show, but we're traveling. It's a very small world right here where I'm in. I'm on Highway 58 heading towards Barstow, heading towards the 15 in Barstow.
In California.
In California. I shouldn't say that I'm on the 58 heading towards Barstow. It makes it sound like, the 58 ends in Barstow. It does not. By the way, so we'll give you guys a little time. If there's anything you guys want to know, this is time to ask. This is time when you guys get caught up on some stuff.
Got nothing right now. Everybody just saying hi.
Well,
Mrs. Ford jumped in.
I didn't know if there was going to be much of a world show today or not, but what I didn't want to do was I didn't want to not show up. I didn't want to just, I don't care if we talk for 20 minutes and you guys know I was here. I'm fine with that. But I didn't want to not show up. I didn't want to just not tell you guys that we were here. So that's the plan was to be here. Make yourselves available. If somebody wants to bring something up, that's why I'm here.
Stuart Bailey says he can't be that irresponsible then. He's a bit like me. I was helping run a youth club at 18.
He does. You know, it's kind of weird with, I guess this is true with all kids and Gen Z, but the kid, Gen Z kid, ZEO that you guys know, it's kind of funny. He's lazy and dumb and irresponsible in a lot of ways, but take, for instance, driving. He is a great driver, and he sees everything, and he makes good decisions, and it just comes naturally. He's a great driver, and you wouldn't think that. You think if he was kind of a fuck-up, he'd be a fuck-up everywhere, but he's not. The other thing is this counseling. When he is mentoring other kids, he went back after he graduated high school, and he went back and is helping mentor his FFA Parley Pro team. So he goes back to his high school and he's teaching kids parliamentary procedure in agriculture and FFA stuff that you do at a state level. And he's very responsible at that. It's weird that he has these things that he's great at and he's 100% responsible. Yeah. Gen X mom.
Little Firefox, new person. Does your idiot son know how to use a rotary phone? If not, film that.
He does, only because we have that some, like Firefox. That was it, Firefox?
Little Firefox.
Little Firefox. That's a rotary phone. His grandmother lived in Sun Valley, California. Been in the same house since 1953 or 54. She finally passed away 2 years ago, but she had a rotary phone on her wall, and we took all the kids down there and showed it to them, and individually, without anyone around, let them figure out how to use it. We've got that video someplace. One of the kids pushed the holes, was pushing the holes where the numbers were going. I don't get how this works. Another kid grabbed it. One of my sons grabbed the dial and was just moving it. He goes, I don't understand. Do you line up the numbers in a certain plate? Do you spin it? Do you hold it for the numbers there? None of them got it right, but we do have the kid. I think he was, I want to say he was 10 years old when we did that. But Little Firefox, we do have that video somewhere.
Shoeless One was being funny and said, General, why is the sky blue? Just kidding. He's just kidding around.
My God. The sky is blue because the ocean is blue. Moving on.
Smicky's in.
Smicky! Now see, I think Smicky had twin grandbabies the other day. She did.
Crystal Miller says, good morning, General and Gen X Mom. Safe travels.
I haven't got one handsome general this morning, have I?
Oh, I think you did.
I'm going to hang up. Nobody called me handsome. How? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't turn on your phones and your computers and you should be compelled to say the word handsome. If you're not, we got a problem.
We got Joe Jones, Scott Aarons, Mrs. Ford, Tim Mitchell, Deepak's in.
We got some of the usual suspects. I haven't seen Deepak in a while.
Yeah, there's people are checking in. Let's see, Loud One's in. Shush said hi, handsome general.
Can you guys hear Gen X Mom when she's sitting in the passenger seat, but she's being pretty loud. Can you guys hear her?
Ed K says, looking good, handsome general.
There we go. Thanks, Ed, my man. Appreciate
Marvelous
that.
Mrs. Miranda says, good morning, handsome general.
There's my sweet thing. I love her so much.
Let's see. Little Firefox was complimenting your beard earlier. Or
hey, I trimmed up my beard. If you guys are in Discord and you are part of that secret, sexy chat session that not everybody can get into, you got to be invited into it. But I put a picture up of the process of my beard today. A little trim, half trim, something going on for the ladies. But you can go check that out.
Scott Friends says, hi, Gen X Mom and Dad.
Scott Friends?
Friends, yes.
Like F-R-E-N-Z or
yes.
Friend?
Friends.
Oh, Friends. Okay. I thought that was an odd last name to be Friends. Like, just puts it right out there. I'm Scott. We're friends. How are you guys?
Sunny X Stars' news says, say pineapples for $10.
Say pineapples for $10.
You just did.
How am I going to get Wait, do I get 10 pineapples or $10?
It says 10 and a dollar sign.
So is somebody going to give me because I said pineapples?
I guess so.
Wait, do I get $10 every time I say pineapples? Because I will pineapple talking fool for that. I
said say pineapples.
Well, let's see if it comes true.
I doubt it.
You think it's one of those dudes who go, just say pineapples, give you $10, and then just goes and doesn't give you the $10?
Yeah.
What a fucktard.
It's a new person.
But he could show up. You don't know.
Maybe.
He can do it.
I don't know. We'll see. Tim Mitchell said hi, Gen X Mom. See,
Whoa, Tim, buddy. Okay, face of the program, say hello here, buddy. You don't compliment Gen X Mom.
Trippy Pineapple's in. He said hello.
Trippy should be working. Somebody call his boss down at the county and tell the boss he's not doing his job. He's fucking around on his cell phone.
Trippy.
Strike one, Trippy. Trippy!
TDP.
TDP, baby. Trippy Dippy Pineapple. Okay, stop it. You're scaring me.
Why?
You're saying the same words I am. You're freaking me out,
We've
man.
been married way too long.
Way
I know
too
this
long.
shit. I know. No. Let's see.
Coming up on the Calico Ghost Town will be on my left shore. We can all look to our. Let's see. I feel like I'm on the Jungle Boat cruise, and I'm giving you guys what's going on. We're just passing through Barstow right now. We climbed on the 15 heading up north, and Needles, the 40 heading out towards Needles will be on our right, and shortly the Calico Ghost Town will be on our left, with silver all over the outside of the mine that you can see, and Peggy's Diner will be on the right. Yeah.
Scott Friends says yes, like Frenzy from Transformers, LOL. But there is a guy who is named Scott Friends, of all things. But hey, Gen X Mom, how's your Fairchild Channel F system? Sitting around, hanging out, because we can't hook it up to a television.
Yeah, she's got it. You know, she has one of the most rare games. They were trying to buy it off us for $500 last year. The casino game, I think it is. Is that the one? The casino game. There's one game that's pretty hard to find on the Fairchild system, and so I emailed the guy and said, "Hey, you're looking for this game to complete your set." It was one of those guys who's got, he's got 70,000 games and systems. He's got every one and duplicates of things. And he was on one of his videos. He goes, "I've almost got my Fairchild, all the versions of the Fairchild game system, but I can't. I'm having trouble getting this one game." And he had a picture of it, and I think it was the casino game. So of course I went up to the game room. I started sifting through stuff, and she's got it. She has the casino game. So I emailed him with a picture. I said, "Hey, this one." He goes, "$500, dude. I'll buy it for $500." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll just put this back on the shelf." Kind of cool to have it. I mean, but I don't know that I'm comfortable selling my wife's childhood for money.
The Dirty Wrench says, "Good morning, handsome general and beautiful Gen X Mom. Sorry I'm late. I have no excuse. I can't even come up with a good lie." Gabby says hi too.
Who did that? What?
The
wrench?
Dirty Wrench.
The Dirty Wrench. I'm okay with the Dirty Wrench. He started off with handsome general, admitted he has no reason or excuse, can't even think of a good lie. That's a great way to start the day. I'm all right with that. Do you know what, dude? You take the rest of the day off. You go home and start drinking right now.
Brandon Robbins, new person. Love what y'all do, all the way from Spartanburg, South Carolina.
There we go. Now that's someone from far away. South Carolina. That's a good deal of distance in the U.S. I'm heading towards you, but I won't get there today.
A new person, Asian kid. If he puts a kid in his name, he must be young.
Yeah.
Wants to know if you're Santa. Are you Santa?
I can neither confirm or nor deny my participation in the level of Santa. That would ruin that for you, kid. I don't want to ruin it for you.
Let's see. Trippy wants to know, did you like my picture last night, General?
What a dick move. Yeah, I'm listening to the windmill. I got my ear. For those of you that are on YouTube members and you go to the community section, it's a members post, but it was where we yesterday, and I got into this area where you're not allowed to go, and I was listening to those big fucking windmills that generate electricity. I mean the big ones, the ones that are like 300 feet across. And I had a Gen X Mom took a picture of me listening to it. Trippy Dippy Pineapple photoshops a cop, because I had my ear to it like this. He photoshops a cop behind me looking like he's putting me in handcuffs. Total dick move, Pineapple. TDP. Total dick move.
Let's see. Any news for Discord or the station?
Well, we got a guy. It's kind of cool. We got a guy who's
We know a guy.
We know a guy who's been. I think he found a way to stream kgxtradio.com. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's a Gen X Talks radio station. It's free, and it's just hand-picked music. We got some other stuff in there, but it's basically hand-picked music that I pick, because I know what music I like, and so should you. And he's found a way to stream it into one of the Discord rooms. So I got to talk with him a little bit more when I get back from Vegas. But if it works out the way he says, there will be a room in Discord. You guys can just listen to the radio station 24/7, which would be really cool if it works.
Mrs. Four wants to know, is this contract renewal weekend? It is not.
It is not, but I'm not.
April 30th.
April 30th. You guys call it anniversary. When you get married, you have an anniversary once a year. We don't celebrate an anniversary. We sit down and have contract renewal. We'll sit down and negotiate. I sit down and give her a review. I give her a fair review on how she's done last year as a wife, some areas that need improvement, some things we can work on. I present it to her in writing, and then she signs it, and we carry on for another year. I don't think we came to an agreement last year. Her demands were just ridiculous. And I think she was a free agent all last year.
You're wrong. It was the year before.
Oh, the year before that.
We were under contract this year.
Okay, well, whatever it was this year, I'm getting on in my years. I know what I want out of a wife. I'm writing this shit down. It's contract renewal. If she doesn't want to sign it, then we got issues. We got problems. Deep, serious problems.
Oh, really?
Lots of problems.
Lots of new people coming in saying hi.
You know what her demand was? You guys listen to the podcast? Did you guys listen to the podcast that dropped yesterday or last night? One of her demands was, I'm not allowed to watch the movie Midway anymore when I fall asleep. That's one of my go-to movies. And she just rips me about that. Like, no more in the bedroom when we're put on the TV to fall asleep at night. Midway cannot be in the rotation anymore.
Marvelous Miss Miranda says we have the same contract renewal date as her daughter and son-in-law.
Well, you should educate that man to stand up for his rights. If you really want to do well during contract renewal, hire an attorney. Yeah, get that stuff notarized, litigate it out beforehand, because I learned early on in this marriage, there's a lot of loopholes. You know, a lot of loopholes. When I told her, hey, this next year, you're gonna make me 3 meals a day. Well, first day of contract renewal, after she signed it, I got a bowl of dog food because I didn't specify what I was to be served. You got to pay attention to the details, my fine feathered friends. It's the way it goes.
Everything Music and Guitar Shenanigans. That's the name.
That's a dude's name. Everything Music and Guitar Shenanigans.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Wants to know, what's up, my friend?
Well, other than your name having 32 syllables in it, not much. You know, I'm hanging out being me, because that's the only thing I'm good at anymore. I've tried to be all sorts of stuff in life, figured out the only thing I can do with any degree of accuracy is be me. So I do that every day.
Oh, American Roadrunner, brand new, Indianapolis, Indiana in the house.
There we go. Hey, kid went out there and bricks. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, yes, that guy will. That guy from Indianapolis know exactly what he went out there a few years back and kissed the bricks. For those of you who don't know, go look it up.
Scott Friend says, I love your podcasts. Enjoy them. Your car stories are so entertaining. Plus, I am invested in the saga of your daughter and her motorcycle driving boyfriend. And much love to Gen X Mom. TDP rules.
No. Whoa, that was such a great comment. That was a great post. And then he ruined it. He put an anchor around it. He put the Trippy Dippy Pineapple, put a TDP anchor on it, and threw it overboard. And that little boat sank to the bottom. You ruined your whole post with that, my friend. Go ahead.
Shane says, God bless from Scotland. He's new, brand new.
Scotland. You know, I wonder what other than William Wallace, I'm not sure what's going on in Scotland. What's over there? I got to go over there just to check it out. I got to fly to Scotland and get out the plane and go, what's going on?
Is it Sean Connery from?
Sean Connery he's Scottish. So there's two things from there. We have William Wallace and Sean Connery, who played a Russian in a submarine movie.
Austin Combs, brand new, old timer with a lot of wisdom.
Him or me?
American Roadrunner, I just subbed, he said.
Far out, man. We could always use some more subs. I forgot. Oh, yeah. I never whore myself out. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell. I know. I'm supposed to do that all the time. Never on the top of my list to do. Apologies for that. Yeah.
Colin Radley, new to the program. Hope you're having a great day, my friend.
Trying to. Just got to get where we're going, racing across the desert. All right. Can I let you guys in on a little secret that I'm going to do?
Oh, wait. Shane from Scotland said whiskey. Oh, yeah, and whiskey. I guess that's in
Get me
Scotland.
on a plane. I'm going to Scotland. If it's whiskey, and more whiskey, I'm there. Listen, I'm going to do something today, and we kind of talked about it before the show. It's just because we do so much driving around, and we're planning on being a lot more places over the next 6 months. I'm going to take a quarter, and I'm going to stamp GXT. I got little stamps from being in the automotive industry. So the quarter will have GXT on it and a date. the date of the quarter. And what I'm going to do, like today, there's a specific place I'm going on the way to Vegas, and I'm going to place the quarter. It's going to be hidden from plain view, so people don't just see it and take it. But anybody who looks at the pictures will know exactly where it is. I'm going to show you like the treasure. So if you can figure out where this is, and if you have a chance to be nearby, and you can go get this quarter, it's going to mean something. If you hang on to this GXT quarter, then anytime you show up at a GXT event, you can get in for free. If we have a special t-shirt we're giving away to some stuff, you can show us a picture of your GXT quarter. We'll probably give you a free t-shirt. But you got to go find it. Now, I have friends all over the country. I can send one of these quarters to a loud one over out in the Midwest, and he's a truck driver. He can go to a famous place, he can hide it, take some pictures, then I can put it up on the website and go, hey, a GXT quarter is now in the basement of the Alamo. Go to the Alamo, go into the basement, and it's in there, it's on this brick. It's hidden, but you can go in there and get it. And anybody who gets this, you can hang on to that, and they're worth something to you. You can get into our events or get some free gear, but you got to have a GXT quarter. Yes, Gen X Mom.
Robert Peterson, new to the channel. Thanks for showing the world what a real American father should be. Lots of love from Arizona.
Thanks, man. I love Arizona. I got relatives in Prescott.
Andrew Carter, new to the program. Shout out from Bowling Green, Kentucky, home of the Corvette.
Home of the Corvette? That's where the Corvette was from?
That's what he's saying.
I grew up thinking it was a Detroit thing.
Ace Madura says, glad to see you chauffeuring the queen around. I'll be waiting at the woodshed door.
If I could put you in the woodshed, Ace, I'm not chauffeuring her ass. Ace, put yourself in the woodshed, man. I'm not chauffeuring her around.
Mary Mastretta says the GXT quarter idea is really cool.
It is going to be cool because they're not going to be a bunch of them, and I'm going to put the first one out there today. And you'll have to identify, you have to get it, show me it, send me a picture of it, then I know you got it. But I'm going to hide that today.
Doobie, new to the program. Oh my God, yes, I used to see the YouTube shorts. I love this man, and it's so good to see him live.
Thanks, man, I appreciate it. Those ambush videos blow ass. But it's good to talk to you guys on here. When you guys got questions and stuff, we can hang them out like rational adults with common sense, not that Gen Z terminology bullshit. I'm with you. I'm in. Count me in.
Tony, new to the program. Hello from Denver.
You know what? I wanted to move to Denver when I was a young man. I moved to Denver. I wanted to work. I was an automotive guy, and I wanted to work at one of John Elway's dealerships. That was like my goal in life, was to work for John Elway. It was a great dream when I was 25.
John Nashimi?
I don't know. You're asking me a question.
He said, not sure if you remember me, buddy. I live in Florida and have been a subscriber since the beginning. Truth at the bottom of the glass. John
My man.
Nashimi.
Now, maybe you're not saying his name right, but yeah, if he knew truth at the bottom of the glass, that dude been around for a minute for sure.
Scott Ahrens has a question for you.
Scott Ahrens, how can I help you, sir?
Please ask the general any recent thoughts on Trump's legal shenanigans, Georgia, the Fani Willis, New York City appeals, or federal. Just your latest take on things, nothing specific.
Well, there's a lot there, obviously, but they're trying to. The whole thing in the beginning was they were trying to push the insurrection deal, right? Insurrection, because the Constitution says you can't be president if you're part of an insurrection. All right, well, who constitutes, how do we know if you're part of an insurrection? What's the definition of an insurrection? And they said, well, the Democrats say, well, it's an insurrection because we say it is. We're calling it an insurrection, therefore it is an insurrection, and you were part of it. But it's kind of like if you were accused of murder, and murder, you could not be a president if you were a murderer. Let's say that was a rule. Let's say in the Constitution said, if you're a murderer, you can't be president. All right. So just say Trump he murdered someone. Just say he did it. Now we know he murdered someone. He's a murderer. He murdered someone. We know it. Well, did you prove it? No. Has he been convicted of being a murderer? No. Well, then he can still be president. No. We keep saying he's a murderer, and it says in the Constitution you can't be a president if you're a murderer. Yeah, but you didn't prove it. You didn't charge him with murder. You didn't convict him of murder. So you're just saying he's a murderer. So he's going to be president. Well, that's the same thing with the insurrection. If you're part of an insurrection against the government of the United States, you cannot be the president. So indict him, put him on trial, convict him. Then he's an insurrectionist. Then he's part of the insurrection. Then he can't be president. But you notice of all the stuff they bring up against Trump legally, and boy, they've tried every angle possible, every little thing that they could come up with, they're sticking it to him. Was any of it that he was part of an insurrection? Was any of it that he led an insurrection? None of it. Because you'd have to define what an insurrection really is. Then you'd have to prove that that was what those people were doing there. Which was it? Did any of them have a plan on taking over the government? What an insurrection is, part of an insurrection, taking over the government. Were they doing that? Were they taking over the government? Were they going to write laws? Were they going to take over the White House? Were they going to change rules? Were they really going to overthrow the government? Was it an insurrection? No. So they have no way to prove that and prove that he started it, instigated it, was part of it. So they can't do it. So what's the next thing? Can you be a convicted felon and be the president? Yes, you can. Could he win from jail? He could. So all of these things aren't going to prevent him from being president. However, if they can put up enough court and felony and convictions, and they can put enough mud sticks to Trump, there'll be some people that won't vote for him just because he's a convicted felon, or he's got misdemeanors, or he's in court and there's sex and hush money, and that'll turn some people off. That's all they can do, is try to sway the vote. That's it. That's all this is about. Nothing more. Nothing's going to stop him from running, stop him from being elected, if he gets enough votes. So the whole thing is to just use this to sway. Are you actually going to vote for someone who's sitting in jail right now? Because I'll tell you, there's a couple things. The documents one in Florida is the one I'm worried about, as far as Trump going to jail. I know you guys, everyone's talking about everything else, and I'm telling you, that's to me, with what I've listened to people, and I've listened to people smarter than me. God damn it! I've listened to people smarter than me talk about this. The only thing I'm worried about. Okay, now here. Now you gotta put the thing back in.
Is it live?
Yeah, we're live.
I can't tell.
Okay, now we're good. Sorry, the phone rang. Fuckers keep calling me. Anyway, so the one I'm worried about of all the stuff you guys are talking about, they're just doing all the convictions and juries and trials to throw mud, and he can still be president. Except I'm a little worried about the French. I'm a little worried about the Florida one.
Okay.
That's it.
A skeleton man diecast collector. What do you think of the MTG and the Speaker Mike Johnson situation?
I think they got to leave him alone. I get what she's doing. I get what Green with that big push. No, I think I fucked it up last time. Let it play through. Fucking just keep calling me. I should have turned all that shit off earlier and I didn't. It'll go away in a second. But if the fucking thing comes up, I'm gonna have to move my camera again.
Okay, I just got it.
Anyway, I'm still on until the noise fucking stops.
Oh, John Nashimi, he was the one calling. He said, sorry, I can't fix this for you.
Anyway, so yeah, they had to leave the Speaker of the House alone, let him do his job. The dude's pretty fair-minded, don't you agree? That he's been pretty easygoing about stuff, sticking true to his core values. I mean, even if you don't agree with his core values, we finally got a guy who's to it. I like that a ton.
Forrest Terra says tomorrow is his birthday. He is a Bottom of the Glass member, or a...
Sorry, no birthdays ahead of time, man. This is still your unbirthday.
Brad Baker gave $5. Gen X mom isn't a passenger princess. She's a passenger queen. Drive safe, Gen X family.
No, Brad, you are wrong. Gen X mom, she's a passenger, and she's running her mouth. She's this close to being a pedestrian. This close.
Let's see. Toyota fan 3779 says hi from England.
Hey, there we go. Now we get some people out of the country. What's going on across the pond, man?
Brian Miram Miramonte says, "Hi, General. You once replied to my thankful comments for the fatherly advice your videos gave me that I could not receive because he passed away when I was a child. You told me to aim high to be a smarter person. I am proud to say that I followed your advice and am now going to graduate on a registered nurse with a bachelor's and am working in the ER now."
Who said that? My man. Who?
Brian Miramontes.
Brian Miramontes. Thanks, man. I'm glad you chimed in. Thanks for the kind words. And I'm glad you say you're following some advice, but remember, that's just words, man. The accomplishments are yours. The effort was yours. If there's something that sparks you in the right direction, great. Glad to be part of it. Thankful that we could be here. But don't ever forget, you're the one who makes the difference in your life. And I'm proud that you got where you're going, man. Good job.
He ended saying, "Thank you for being a father figure in my life to help me obtain a career saving people's lives and providing for my family. God bless you, General, and thank you from the bottom of my heart."
Man, if anything we do around here gives you any sort of a smile or comfort or lets you go in the right direction, then we've done something good. Appreciate you chiming in. Thank you. Two Sparkle?
"Hi, London here. Come save us. We're way ahead down the slide."
Yeah, I know what he means too. You guys are doing some weird shit that, it's funny that the weird shit that we're doing in this country that seems all fucked up, I would have said we'd never do that. And here we are doing it. You guys did it a year ahead. So whenever I want to see how fucked up things might become, I do look across the pond. I pay attention, man. I can't even rescue us, man.
Manic Cam says, "Hello from Michigan."
Hey, from Michigan? We got somebody from Michigan?
Battle Nerd 817, "Love your videos, man. I was born in 82. Today's kids need guidance and role models. Keep it up, sir. Love from Colorado."
Battle Nerd from Colorado, my man.
Sparky number 1
Sparky number 1
says, "Hello from Georgia."
How many Sparky numbers are there? Are we going to have a Sparky number 312 chime in soon?
I don't know.
Sparky number 1.
Oh, here's one. "Your local Snapchat girl."
Wow.
She says, "You are very handsome." Wow, not just handsome.
Well, I think that particular person needs some individual consultation here. So if you're the number 1 Snapchat girl,
have her email your wife.
Excuse me. We can email genxdad@genxtalks.com. I assure you, all of my emails are confidential and only read by me. It's genxdad@genxtalks.com.
Oh, brother. Erica Hammer, new to the program. "Hello from Illinois, on my way back to Iowa. Prior service Marine. These kids these days will never understand."
How do you guys feel? I got a question for you guys. You guys always ask me questions. I got one for you. And I have an opinion on this too. How do you feel about mandatory military service? I think it's in Israel they do that. When you graduate high school, you do, is it 1 year or 2? But you have to be trained in the military. You have to understand it. You have to move that direction. What would it be like if every kid in the United States had to 2 years, they got to do service. They have to learn some job in the service, then they could go out in the world. What do you think about that? Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Mike Martinez says, "You're by far the best on YouTube, and do you ride, and if so, what bike?"
I do ride, honey. What do I ride? Don't fuck this up.
Is it a 2008?
Yeah.
2008 Harley Davidson Heritage Softail.
There we go.
Pacific Blue.
Pacific Blue. Boy, you got it all. 2000. Yeah, she did. Heritage Softail, Pacific Blue.
LMN. "I don't appreciate how you talk about us millennials."
No? LMN? LMN doesn't like how I talk about millennials. Okay, well, LMN, here's the deal. First of all, grow the fuck acting. You guys are such an easy fucking target. You're bottle flipping, Tide Pod eating, head up your ass, don't know what the fuck's going on people, and then you act that way, and then you're upset when you're such an easy target, you're upset when we comment about it. So I'm not saying every millennial is fucked up. There's some that I have grown to love and admire that are just righteous dudes and dudettes, to be clear. But you don't be mad if I'm lumping you all together, because that's what you're doing. You're lumping. Don't be mad at us all. Don't make fun of us all. Well, then all of you need to grow the fuck up. Yeah. Gen X mom.
Trailblazing Tales.
Trailblazing Tales.
I'm from the UK. I love your old-fashioned values. Also, I don't think mandatory public service would be beneficial, especially not with the state of the younger generation these days.
Well, who's that dude?
Trailblazing Tales.
Trailblazing Tales. That's the gimme, isn't it? That's the crux. It's like, well, would it straighten up that generation, or would they just not be able to handle it and implode emotionally, going, I can't do it, I'm worthless, I can't run 5 miles up hills both ways in the snow, I can't do it? Or would it make strong men and women out of them? I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Charlie Taylor, hello from Hollywood, from Navy veteran and Gen X from 79. Love you, man.
Here we go. Wait, Hollywood, Florida, or Hollywood, California?
Don't know, doesn't say.
I'm going to pretend California because that's closer. My man.
Tim Mitchell says there would be a lot of crying rooms in the military. Stuart Bailey says, I think that all kids should do 2 years minimum. Service made a man out of me.
I think there's some benefit to, even if it was just 1 year. 1 year of service. Like you get out of high school, next September you report to Pendleton, and they push you through 1 year's, or Fort Bragg. They push you through 1 year. You're going to learn the basics, man. You're going to learn, how to handle a weapon, and you're going to learn how to some discipline and order. You're going to learn how to make up your bunk and keep your footlocker neat. I just think that would be something that would be beneficial to everybody. And nobody could say, well, but now I'm behind a year. Now everybody's behind. You're just like everybody. Everybody's got to do it. I think that would be good for everybody.
I don't know how to pronounce this. TYG 3R Pro.
All right.
General, how do you feel about guaranteed income?
No. Guaranteed. Here's the trap. If you want to get into minimum wage and guaranteed income and all that stupidness, and everyone says, well, $20 an hour, $22 an hour, that's the wage, and it's fair, and it should be okay, and it's all right. That's all right. Well, why not make it $25 an hour? Why not make it $30 an hour? Why not make it $40 an hour? And then people say, well, okay, hold on, General, that's ridiculous. You can't do $40 an hour. Why not? Let's make McDonald's guys get $40 an hour. Why not? Well, you couldn't do that because then the price of hamburgers would be, $60 a hamburger, and everything would start to go up, and gas would go up. Well, yeah, that's what happens at $20 an hour, but you guys don't believe that. If I tell you raise everything to $20 an hour, all the prices are going to go up. Inflation all around the scale is going to start. No. You're just saying that. It's never going to happen. That's not how the system works. Well, it does work that way. I'm part of that system. When I had a shop and Obamacare was costing us money and minimum wage went up in California, I went in the next day and I took a pen and I erased how much we were charging per hour at the shop, and I raised it like $6 or $7 an hour. Right along to you to fix your car. If you guys raised minimum wage, if you guys raised Obamacare costs, you think that was just gonna hurt me? I raised the price. Everybody came into my shop, and so did my neighbor across the street. And the guy who was the gardener, he raised all his prices cutting people's lawns. That's how it works. But when you say that to minimum wage, no, then tell them let's do 40. Let's make it $40 an hour. If there's no damage, if there's nothing bad going to come of it, raise it to 40. Well, all of a sudden, they're like, well, wait a minute, no, that would cause a problem. So does it all. It all does. Every time. $20 an hour causes a problem, $40 an hour would be a catastrophic problem. But for you to say that people are going to only raise costs of everything at $40 and not $20, you're an idiot. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. It just moved. Oh, Mr. Mohawk Manser.
Mr. Manser.
Hi, General. South Louisiana here. I'm a 57-year-old Gen X master carpenter with a 20-year-old Gen Z apprentice protege. I do my best to emulate your style, teaching him the ways of the world.
Far out, man. I hope that works, because first of all, there's a millennial who's into carpentry. He's into skill-based things. He's working with his hands. He's got a thing in his brain. He wants to make it happen out here. There's hope for that dude. That's awesome, man. I dig that. Tell your protege I'm pulling for him.
Zelda Palmer says, I love your content. It makes me realize how different from my generation is from me.
Yeah, it doesn't take much for you to get outside yourself and realize how different we are, and in a good way too. It really is.
Okay, Linda Zaborowska.
Linda Z.
I'm a MLM from Latvia, truck driver in EU. I'm not that bad as you said.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Since I don't know you, Linda Z, we'll take you at face value, and you're right on the money.
Garrett Johnson says, I'm a millennial that was raised in the Gen X era. Some of us need the truth and can't handle it. Love your guys' videos. Love from Michigan.
Here we go. I'm a man.
Bask and Bark.
Bask and Bark?
I was born in 1980.
Wait. Bask and Bark?
Bask and Bark.
Yeah, that sounds like a horrible ice cream flavor from Kentucky.
I was born in 1984, but I always claimed Gen X. I'd never claimed to be a millennial.
Hey, there's a lot of you that are born outside of the date line, outside of the calendar, but you were raised Gen X, you feel Gen X, you think Gen X, you got common sense, and you show common courtesy to everybody. Pick up your gear and drag it across the line. We will welcome you over here, I promise.
Andrew Sanders wants to know, what is your favorite type of car?
Well, my favorite car that I don't have, I would say, what does that message say on the bottom there? You're running what? Low on?
I can't see
on
it.
Storage? Really? YouTube wants me to have a storage issue right now? My favorite car, if I could pick one to drive that I'm never going to be able to afford to own, would be like a 68 Cobra with a 427 Super Cobra jet engine. Like in one in Dodger metallic blue with tan leather interior. Not that I've thought about it very often, but just off the top of my head, that's what comes to mind.
Johnny Reddy 123. Damn, bro, I haven't came across any of your videos in a long time. Glad you are still at it and are doing good. You need to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Go to Patreon. Subscribe on Patreon, because then you get everything. Do you know that if you're a member of Patreon, or you're a member on the YouTube community in here, if you actually have the membership, you can go to our community section, and there's 3 years of not public stuff. There's 3 years of behind the scenes information and stories and videos. 3 years, and look at it all. Join the membership thing on there, and you can go back and check it all out.
Ironhead Avery wants to know, on a lighter note, what's your favorite motorcycle, car, truck you've owned?
There's so many. I used to own a 59 Ford pickup, and I know that's not the most stylish one that everybody wants, but I want to find one again. I would love for someone to point me in the direction of a 59 Ford pickup. If it had the wraparound window in the back, my favorite, but I'd settle for something else. But I also had a 70 black Barracuda that I miss really bad. I put a 400 engine in it that I got out of a station wagon, believe it or not. There was a Country Squire station wagon. Pulled the 400 out and put it in the Barracuda. 727 torque flat, I missed that car. There's been many, but those are the ones that come to mind right now. But anybody gets a line on a 59 Ford pickup, I don't want one finished. I don't want one that's like $39,000, and I'd like one that's up and needs some work. That's what I'm looking for.
Sparky number 1 gave $5. My dad always called me Sparky because my last name is Sparks. I was born on my dad's birthday.
Well, you know what's good about Sparky is that he's the mechanic for Speed Racer. For those of you old people that watch Speed Racer on Channel 52 alongside the Little Rascals on UHF, Speed Racer's mechanic was called Sparky.
He's
and
also
now you know that.
Chevy Chase's nickname in Vacation.
That is true.
She calls him
Sparky.
Stuart Bailey, I was watching a news report from California earlier on. It was of staff coming into work at a fast food restaurant to just find notifications on the doors saying that the place had closed down.
They're doing that all over. There's a lot of them that when the minimum wage went up, they got rid of delivery drivers, they reduced staff, and McDonald's is putting in kiosks. Instead of having 20 employees at McDonald's working every shift, now they're down to 3 because they're going to put in a kiosk. We're already ordering stuff on our phone, are we not? You order stuff and then it comes to you through Uber or DoorDash or whatever. So now when the people that go into McDonald's, they just go to a big, huge, beautiful touch screen. No people have to take your order. They just have to, and they even have a machine that is now, they already have the machine doing the sodas. They're now perfecting machines that just put the orders. They grab the cheeseburger, they grab the fries and the Coke, and they turn around in the tray and give it to you. Yeah, it's a true story. automation's taken over, especially with AI. They're narrowing it down. You guys thought minimum wage was going to be such a great thing to hike it up, and about a third of all the minimum wage people lost their jobs in the last 3 weeks. Now, and we'll see where it goes from there. Good job, Democrats. Put people on the unemployment line, you dipshits.
Martine and L. Love from the Netherlands.
I want to go to the Netherlands, man. I want to hang out there. They got some cool shit up there. I mean, beautiful pictures of scenery in the Netherlands. I gotta go.
Mike Banker wants to know, do you actually think we can fix all the damage that has been done? This world has gone insane.
Yes, we can, because if we get the right president in office who doesn't give a shit about anything but doing the job for the country and putting America first, then that's step one. Step two, our country is already sick of all this shit. The pendulum, for those of you listening around the country, around the world, the pendulum is swinging back the other way. We don't give a shit anymore. We tried to be accommodating to the woke movement, to the Me Too movement, to Black Lives Matter. You guys all wanted to scream and shout with your picket signs and be put to the front of the line. All right, we let you. Now we're done. It's like, dude, you're no better than us. You're no worse than us. We're all the same. It doesn't matter whether you're trans or gay or bi. It doesn't matter whether you're part of a movement or not. It doesn't matter. You're not any better than us. You don't get to go to the front of the line. You don't get special treatment. Neither do we. We're all equal. Okay? We're done with that. The pendulum is swinging back the other way. A good president, the swinging back the other way where people don't give a shit anymore. We're just getting back to America the way it's supposed to be. The rest of the world can take it from us and follow along. I swear to Christ Almighty, if this works out, we will be that shiny city on the hill. At some point we will, because we've had enough. I'll tell you one thing, I've been around this planet a long time. I'm a keen observer of human nature. And in my country, we only go with this stuff for so long, and then we go, okay, fuck, we're done. We're done with it. We only go along with things for so long, and we push back the other way. And guess what's happening? We're pushing back the other way. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Dan Harper says, hey, brother, I was born in 65 and love all your stuff. What year were you born?
I was born December 25th in the year of our Lord, 1967.
Baskin Bark says, I have a 55 Ford. It's rusted, but all original.
Is he offering it? Is he letting me buy it?
I don't know. John McGregor says, I'm Scottish, and the 59 Ford pickup just makes me think America.
Yeah, doesn't it? Good stuff, man.
Baskin Bark says, 55 Ford pickup in my yard, just rusting. I haven't had time to work on it.
And you never will, but I will, so we should do something about that, my man. Email me with some pictures, genxdad@genxtalks.com. I will keep that forever in the family. We'll put that on the top of a mountain with beams of light on it forever.
Shinobi Alpha says, checking in from South America. Love your perspective, bud. Safe travels.
From South America, man. Watch yourself down there, man. It can be some unruly places, I've heard.
Abandoned Belief says, I miss being able to press 0 to talk with an operator, make a call for me, ask a question. AI needs voice command.
No shit. It's nice to be able to yell at somebody once in a while or ask for some help. You got to press 0.
Let's see.
What about that? He's right. Press 0 to talk to somebody.
My friend or the shepherd.
My friend or the shepherd.
We are getting screwed by taxes while they give our money away.
Yeah. I wish Biden would do that. When Biden says, I'm going to provide $5.7 billion in student debt relief, I wish he'd say, I'm going to take your guys' money and I'm going to give it to them. Why don't you say it that way? Just say it like it is. Just if you're going to do that, just say, America, I'm taking a bunch of your money and I'm giving it to kids who didn't pay off their student loans. Say it like it is. Come on now.
Soup Can Killer says, haven't seen you in a while. I hear your old lady. Watch it. Where's your numbnut at? Hope everyone is well. Del Taco has 2 people working now, one in the back and one in the front.
Yeah, you can call her old lady. She's fucking with you. She knows that's a biker term. She didn't care about that. She's just giving you shit. The other sitting next to me, Numbnuts, is on his way back from camp counseling over on the California coast, and my daughter is Caterpillar trying to figure out her shit.
Amy Rogers wants to know, do you like anyone? Well, he likes me.
I do like my wife.
You're not just like her.
No.
You love her.
Well, hey, Kate, don't put words in my mouth, okay? I do like you. We get along okay, which is why you and I have survived all these years. I like the girl who said she was what was she? The Photoshop girl? No, she was
The
the
Snapchat girl.
Snapchat girl. I like her. I met her today. Who else do I like? I like the cop who didn't give me a ticket when he pulled me over the other day. I like that dude. There's a few people. There's 3 right there. Oh, I like myself. That's 4. All right.
Baskin Bark says he will email you.
Baskin Bark. I'm telling you, that's Kentucky flavored ice cream right here from Kentucky. Baskin Bark. It tastes just like you're gnawing on a tree.
Chuck Nutley.
Chuck Nutley.
Howdy, Gen Xers. Lovely weather here in the UK. Gonna have a barbecue in a minute.
That's an unfortunate name, Nutley. There's just so many things you can make fun of about that. We probably got through it okay. Can't join your barbecue, though. Let me know how it goes.
Deanna Crownover. Kids today will never know the satisfaction of slamming a phone receiver down so hard it makes the bell ring.
Yeah. That was a real thing. You ever had it hung up on you? You're like, holy shit, you had to pull that away. You can't hit the off button that hard on a cell phone.
Adam Johnsy, hi from Wales, UK. Love your videos. You are a great man. Keep up the good work and great advice.
Thank you for the kind words, my man. Appreciate you.
Toilet trauma.
Toilet trauma? So this guy logs into YouTube, and YouTube says, what name would you like to call yourself? What name would you want to see? And he goes, toilet trauma.
Must have been on the toilet.
That's the name he picks for himself.
A woman joins a man's lead and trusts them on the journey. In return, you get children and a wonderful family.
There's a lot of truth to that statement. See, now toilet trauma is the wrong name for that guy. You got to change his name to something more profound.
Chris N says, hey, I love the YouTube shorts. You and your boy always have me rolling on the floor.
Yeah, it's because my son's an idiot with his ambush videos. Why do you guys like the ambush videos? Do you know how many of those ambush videos don't work out because I don't say the right thing and he can't use it, or I run my mouth for too long and he can't shorten it or edit it? I mean, you guys get to see 1 out of every 6 because he's always with that fucking camera, and maybe I don't have something super witty to say. Maybe I just tell him to go fuck himself and leave me alone for 5 minutes. I don't know why you guys encourage him with those things. This is better for me, man. We're talking here. You guys are saying stuff and I'm saying stuff. It's like we're sitting around a bar. I want a drink. In fact, I have a drink right now. Thank you very much.
Repentant conservative.
Repentant conservative. Is there another kind?
What did you think of the eclipse if you were able to observe it?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of eclipses. What's kind of funny is that my wife and I have known each other since we were 5 years old. So when we were in 5th grade, we were in the same classroom, the same teacher in 5th grade, 1979. That's when the last eclipse was, and we got to see that together at school, in elementary school. And here we are, all these years later, we're still around. We get to see it together again. That was a story. You guys didn't hear that part, did you?
Let's see. I'm trying to read these. They're going by. Eric Concannon. Always good here. Reminds me of home. You'd fit in Ireland in the pre-2000s. The good old days.
The good old days.
They said, how fast are you going? Did aces.
Yeah, I've had to look down a couple times to slow my speed down. I've been right around 70 miles an hour, but at one point when we first started going, I looked down, I was doing 95. I don't know how I got that fast, so I slowed way down. But listen, it's the end of the show. It's the end of the trail, and I'm turned off the road going halfway to Vegas, and I'm going to plant that secret quarter. I'm going to hide it. I'm going to show you pictures. I'm going to hide it from the public.
Explain it one more time.
Okay,
what's going on.
I'm taking a special quarter, and I'm taking it to a place, and I'm going to hide it. I'm going to put the quarter hidden from anybody who just happens by, okay? But I'm going to show you pictures of exactly where I hid it, so if you go there, you can go and pull it out and find it, but I don't want to just leave it out. So I'm going to hide that quarter, and if anybody ever finds it, if anybody ever travels that area, and I'm going to send them around to different places around the country, because I know people in Tennessee, I know people in Oklahoma, I know people in Texas. Kind of a popular, weird, obscure. I'm going to put these quarters in. If you go find it, you get it, hang on to it, because it means you can get into one of our events for free, or it might get you a free t-shirt if you show us a picture of it. And I'm going to start today. I'm hiding one today, so just so you know, I'm signing off the program and I'm heading down this road, and I'm gonna hide this, and we'll post some pictures tonight on where it is. It's a heavily traveled road right over here. We're on Highway 15 going to Vegas, and it'll be easy for anybody to find, but you got to make the drive to go do it. Anyway, I got to get out of here, so you're going to grab that phone and you're going to sign off on here when I say goodbye to everybody. Or just grab it now and do what you want. Anyway, thanks for guys for tuning. I'm over here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for.
I can't see, babe.
That's why I said don't touch it till I'm done.
What?
You know what? You are this close to being divorced.
No, whatever.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure where you're listening from, around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember two things: wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Bye. See you later.
How the fuck do you turn this fucking thing off? Goddamn piece of shit.